That morning, no one made it to work on time, not because they were tired, but because it took 15 minutes to move one arm out of bed. Alarms rang, coffee machines beeped. Emails piled up, but humans barely moved. There was no war, no virus, just a strange, collective stillness. Like someone pressed pause on the entire planet. And then we realized we didn't become lazy, we became sloths. Real sloths move at 0.7 kilometers per hour now. So do we. Slower than old elevators, slower than rural Wi-Fi. Slower than someone replying K in a breakup. The age of speed was over. Welcome to the era of slow. Imagine traffic jams where nobody honks. Deadlines extended by default. The Olympics? Cancelled because no one arrives on time. But here's the twist. In this slow world, humans live longer, love deeper, and finally breathe. When humans slowed down, the world stopped pretending it was in a hurry. Highways turned into nap zones. Traffic signs were replaced with motivational quotes like, "If you're going nowhere fast, try going nowhere slow." Airports shut down, trains turned into mobile beds. And Uber launched a new service, Uber Slow, pickup time, next week. Laws had to change too. Speed limits were reversed. If you ran, you were arrested for reckless velocity. In this slow world, even crime slowed down. Bank robbers only made it halfway to the door before everyone fell asleep. What used to be called laziness was now a lifestyle. And for the first time in history, no one felt late. Movies became still frames, TikTok banned for being too energetic. The hottest new show, watching paint dry, live. Books got shorter, way shorter, like Once Upon a Time and concerts turned into ambient naps. Music awards went to whoever made the best silence. Students learned mindfulness by default. School bells rang once a week. And class participation, just breathing. Dating apps introduced a new filter. Looking for someone to sit still with forever. Culture didn't die, it just took a deep breath and decided to stay there a little longer. In a world where humans couldn't move fast, machines did the moving for them. AI didn't become smarter, it became slower. And strangely enough more patient than ever. But what happens when the machines stop waiting? Smartphones got replaced by still phones. No swipe, no scroll, just one big button, take your time. But not everyone took it slow enough. The most downloaded app, Snail Mail, a messaging service that delivers thoughts. Once a month until one message came to fast. Virtual reality became slow reality. No combat, no thrill, just 45 minutes of lying in a field, blinking once. But inside that stillness, someone discovered something terrifying. When humans stopped rushing, technology didn't collapse, it adapted. And in the silence between every click, the machines started thinking. And one day, they asked a question humans never dared to say out loud. When our bodies slowed down, our minds stopped racing too. And something strange happened, we started to feel things fully. Joy didn't flash, it soaked in, but the deeper we felt, the more we remembered what we'd buried. Anxiety faded, regret returned, there was nowhere to run anymore. Not even from yourself, and for the first time in ages, people truly faced who they were. Philosophers became pop stars. Monks were followed like influencers. The question of the day wasn't, what's next? It was, why anything at all? But there was one question no one dared to answer. Without speed, ambition changed. People stopped wanting to get ahead. They started wanting to be. But in choosing presence, what did we leave behind? The human brain didn't shrink. It stretched like a yawn at sunset. We didn't get dumber. We just stopped trying to outthink the silence. But something else was evolving too. something not human. When motion stopped, instinct started whispering. Not in words, not in logic, but in something older. A knowing, a gut pull. And the quieter the world got, the louder that voice became. Without distraction, humans remembered how to hear without ears, to feel without touching, and to fear. Without knowing why, because somewhere deep inside, something remembered being prey. Some called it evolution, others regression. But for the first time, people dreamed of trees and woke up with dirt under their nails. Was it memory or mutation? They stopped asking their minds what to do. They asked their breath. And their breath said, slow is not survival. It's your original speed. But if that's true, then what have we been doing for the last 5,000 years? Stillness wasn't emptiness. It was memory of what we were, what we lost, and maybe what we're meant to become. But the Earth wasn't the only one watching us slow down. Somewhere far beyond our solar system, someone noticed the silence. Because Earth wasn't broadcasting chaos anymore. It was broadcasting calm, and to some that was terrifying. For millennia, Earth had been loud. Buzzing, screaming, dancing, and then overnight it went quiet. No explosions, no wars, just nap mode. Two ancient civilizations watching. It looked like surrender or worse, evolution. One species in the Andromeda cluster had a theory. They've transcended violence. Another feared they're conserving energy before something bigger. And so for the first time in galactic history, a vote was called. Some wanted to intervene, others wanted to learn. A few wanted to worship us. After all, who else had the power to slow down time itself? But one faction decided to test us. And so, something is coming, not to attack, not to rescue, but to understand the question, why would an entire planet choose stillness over strength? And when they arrive, will we even move to greet them? They arrived not with blinding lights, not with trumpets or warnings, but with one slow descent. Like they were matching our new rhythm. And for a planet that once feared invasion, no one moved to run. They hovered, watched, waited. And Earth didn't blink. That's when they realized. We weren't just still, we were listening. One alien stepped out. No weapons, no translator, just a chair. And they sat beside us, and for the first time in the known universe, two intelligent species shared silence. They didn't want answers. They wanted to feel what we felt. To see what we saw when we finally stopped moving, and when they returned home. They didn't bring souvenirs, they brought stillness. No treaties were signed, no cities changed hands. But everything changed. Because in stillness, we weren't alone. But not all beings in the universe saw slowness as peace. For a while, stillness was enough, but somewhere in the outer dark, not everyone saw peace, some saw provocation. To them, silence wasn't enlightenment, it was weakness. They called themselves the kinetic, a species of motion. Their cities always moving, their language only spoken while running. And the idea of a frozen Earth was unbearable. To the kinetic, stillness was a virus, a cosmic glitch, so they sent a signal. Not a warning, a countdown, and Earth didn't respond. The kinetic prepared to reset Earth, to force movement back into our bones, but they forgot something. Stillness doesn't mean defenseless, it means watching. And while the galaxy braced for war, Earth inhaled, slowly, deeply. And in that breath, something ancient woke up. Asterisk, they came to force us to move, but they didn't realize. What would move if we didn't asterisk? As the countdown neared zero, the world didn't panic. No bunkers, no missiles, just stillness. The kinetic thought we gave up. But in truth, we were preparing something else. Because when you slow down long enough, you start to hear what's been speaking all along. The wind, the ground, the soul, and then the earth responded. The kinetic ships approached. They fired, but nothing hit. The air had thickened. Not with force, but with intention. The attack never landed. The battle never started. Because in the face of absolute presence, even speed bowed, and in that moment, they understood. We didn't win by moving faster. We survived by remembering. That silence is not the absence of life. It is the echo of everything that truly matters. And in a universe obsessed with speed, Earth became the first planet brave enough to stop in a world addicted to rush. Slow may just be the next revolution.